Hey there, beloved Ascension pioneers, and welcome to another video episode with me. And this time it's time for the wisdom of the stars again. So this time I want to share with you some of the insights that I received, and a lot of you might resonate with this because I'm not sure how much you receive similar guidance and how much you follow these things. A lot of them are already written in the Dolores Cannon books, but I want to talk about different ways of cosmic service. So different cosmic servants. So these are different energies, and you might feel particularly drawn to something, and maybe my sharing will help you expand and really find out more about your creation self. So there's different levels. You know, we all say, oh, okay, I'm being of selfless service, I'm a cosmic servant, but what does this really mean? Because there's different ways. And you know, just saying the words such as that you're a starseed or you're a Pleiadian or all of these things, you know, I always say they're not enough. What we really need to find is our creation self, and then truly free ourselves within that, to know what really are we in terms of all of it. And then at the same time, when we free ourselves from all of those labels, also we can come back to them, but not in a kind of way that we think of them as labels, but that we really tune into kind of like what is our contribution to a greater whole. So I'll share some of the different things and the basics on this, and then you yourself, you will see how you resonate with certain parts of it. So these are different soul types, the basic cosmic servant types that I was writing about. So the first ones I wrote about are the cosmic librarians. A lot of them are maybe older indigo generation, so they're kind of like record keepers. And that's why, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm tuning into the Akashic records, or, you know, all these things, because they have a place in that to play. So they're working with the Akashic records, gathering information. They're interested in ancient history, do a lot of reading and research. You know, there's some people that you just say, wow, how do you read so fast? They just like, you know, it's like drinking the information in. And they have much knowledge of the history and origins of mankind and galactically as well, some of them. It depends, you know. Remember that all of these levels I'm talking about here, again, it also depends, you know, where they are in their soul journey, where you are in your soul journey. So the next is cosmic investigators. These are working with explorations, travel, explore different planets, environments, and experiences, and they gather information. That doesn't mean particularly to explore a planet that you need to incarnate on it. You know, galactically, your greater self, it means that you are just looking into different possibilities and how life expresses itself in that kind of level. So also with different environments, like I said, and they gather information through these environments and experiences, and they observe and record. So these are more dynamic. A lot of these are, for example, I call them sometimes gypsy types. It's like the starseeds a lot of times, and they have these different cosmic experiences and knowledge, and a lot of starseeds fall into this category. So they're the record makers and the contributors as well, because they kind of they ventured out. They're kind of like the cosmic travelers in a way as well, and that's why a lot of people also who belong to this essence, they feel like they need to travel a lot in this lifetime as well. As for the opposite is the cosmic pillars. So pillars are more static, the other ones are more dynamic. This is a more static energy. These are very ancient types, and they anchor the light of the creation. They're also they assist the ascending planets and shifting timelines as well. So they know the sacred principles of creation and ascension laws. Their way is more static than dynamics. They're very anchored, rooted, and grounded at the same time as well. This is what the pillar means. They usually deeply know their purpose as well. So they feel their purpose and devotion to it, and their purpose is deeply spiritual in nature. So it's more to do with embodying these principles, more maybe than just speaking about it, or, you know, not so material. So they work a lot with these ethereal principles. Well, we all do, but they make it more, they especially specifically very work with the energy of the unseen. So a lot of times you might think they're not doing anything, but they're doing a lot on other levels that not everybody sees, because some beings still think everything needs to be seen to the eye. But the shift always takes place in the other realms first. So they gather many aspects of one as well. A lot of them are Pleiadian answers, the ancients. As you know, there's those creator souls that came into the Pleiades from another universe, and that's where they expanded life in this universe. So they have this knowing of this ancestral lineage, where we come from, why creation is a certain way, and a lot of the new Pleiadian crystal children also in this terms. And again, when I say this, this doesn't mean that everybody with that vibration will have the same specifics, will have the same soul expansion. This is not just to be put in a box. These are just references, okay? So take what resonates. So for example, here, like I said, crystal children, they are associated with the creation of worlds and cosmic service through the high spiritual laws of the One. And they always feel this belonging to One, to serve the One. They always feel this One. They don't know, they can't put a name or label to it because it's nameless. And even the words such as omnipresent and omniscient and all this are, they fail, you know. So the sacred law of One, it's something that really binds them together, and a lot of the time they know that they serve the white brotherhood. So not just them, you know, there's a lot of others too, but you have to be on a certain level of oneness that you really unify, so you are part of the galactic brotherhood. So then we have the cosmic lovers or healers, and they simply radiate unconditional love. So they're just radiating love. Their love is so pure. They might be more, not so much in terms of power all the time, or they can be very naive, you know, these beings are so pure and full of love, but sometimes you can consider them naive. But at the same time, you know, to be naive means to be open, so it's not necessarily a negative connotation, unless you really use it for your own sabotage. So they can also learn these lessons of power, but they can be very sensitive souls, also physically have a lot of sensitivities. They can be very vulnerable. They have a deep compassionate nature, though, you know, for others. And sometimes when they cannot yet develop it to the right level of unity, sometimes they overgive to others, and they don't always have that for themselves. So they need to learn that as well. So the example is Venusian energy. A lot of Venusian energy people are this way. So they can also be caretakers. A lot of them work with children, and for example, their guide is Mother Mary, and working with the needy and all those who cannot yet take care of themselves, you know, like children. Not just here, also on other levels. Then we have the cosmic gatekeepers. They understand the nature of portals and how different realities blend together and correspond. They protect certain important portals. Also, you know, if a portal needs to close, something like that, it will just be guided to certain things. And so they protect certain portals and gateways. They can be assigned a smaller earth gateway, so they are working energetically there. And on a grander scale, they operate grander gateways of realities and dimensions as well. Again, it depends, you know, to what expansion you have mastered yourself. So they're usually driven at a very specific portal, or also they can migrate to connect different poles together. So if a work somewhere completes, then you will be guided to a new space, for example. So example, pillars are more rooted in one specific place. So a pillar will be very stabilized in one place because that area is where they're deeply rooting the I am presence, and they kind of gather the collective energy of their oversoul and they bring it all here, all of their aspects. That's what they call a pillar. So the pillar, it's not just you, it's as a persona, as a soul. The pillar is that I am column of white ascension light. So the pillars have mastered this and how to do this. So gatekeepers are more maybe focused on these, serving these different portals that also sometimes they can shift. So it's like the energy sometimes of different fairy beings, you know, even our fairy companions, they also work with different portals as well, and there's a lot of them there where the energy is. So for example, one of the mini portals would always be a powerful vortex spot such as a waterfall, and so a lot of them here. So the next one, cosmic timekeepers. They primarily work on the aspect of time, what it really is, you know, how to understand time when you're in creation. So keeping things in divine order and structure, they can also shift timelines. So one of the example is the Maya. You know, the Maya were the great cosmic timekeepers. They do a lot of timeline healing. So healing means wholeness. So they do this. They can jump and switch timelines. So that can be their specialty when they develop this further. And they have knowledge of time and grand creation cycles as well. Like the Mayans knew these grand cycles and how many thousand years takes for something to culminate and come together and create a new. So kind of like that. Next one is cosmic gardeners. They maintain, that's a name, yeah? They maintain and invent different forms of life and seed planets with life and species. So they just receive that from creator beings, and then they kind of like harness them. You know, they do experiments with them, and the kind of assignment is to really be devoted to these different species. And they do lots of research and understand the laws of seeding and gestation, and they perform tests and research. Like, a lot of that is also in Dolores' book. It's called Keepers of the Garden. There's a lot of information about this there. The next one is Cosmic Alchemists. They work with the energy of alchemy, divine chemistry. That's what soul alchemy, divine alchemy is. So they use energy, they know how to work with energy. That's the Merlin archetype. And they know its laws of transformation and transmutation. They bring the knowledge of shifting realities by working with the energy of the energy and its laws. So next one is Cosmic Creators, the creator being. Sometimes we call them Elohim. And they work with the essence of divine DNA. They are divine masters of orchestrating the things coming into divine plan. They know and work through cosmic sound and sacred geometry, so they understand all these forms. And I've kind of written that as well. The Cosmic Watchers, these are the founders. So they're the great overseers, the founders of everything that needs to be. So it's kind of like that level, you know, is just overseeing and just seeing all as it is with the eyes of the divine. So they oversee all things in the grand scale, all that is, and report all to the Prime Creator. So, you know, the Prime Creator is one and all. And maybe I've missed a type or two. This is what came through at that time, and I didn't even think about, you know, understanding and writing something else additionally with the mind. So I think there's about 12 of them if you count the Prime Creator as well. So it's kind of like, again, the sacred law of 12. You might understand this differently. It's not to make you think that this is it. It's just to help you maybe understand a certain part of your life, how you associate with yourself, how you embrace your soul and its unique creation self. And that's it for now. And I hope this kind of brought more understanding about your true self, your true authentic self, and your journey through the cosmic travels that we all undertake. So enjoy your travels. As always, so much love, wisdom, and power. And take care. Bye-bye.